Good day, people of YouTubes, and welcome to Rollercoaster Tycoon 2! So, first things first, just a quick reminder that this is the Guns of Icarus week, so I can catch up on other projects. So it'll be mostly Guns of Icarus videos until next Monday, when XCOM and Space Hulk will continue, although Space Hulk's probably going to end that week. So the first mini announcement is that a new project will replace that one, which will be Baldur's Gate, the Enhanced Edition single player. I will go through it single player with a rule which I'll touch upon now, which will be permadeath, kind of. I will make a team of 6 people, a la Icewind Dale. However, if any of them die before I get to a point where I can resurrect them, which I believe actually might not be possible in the main game, because I think it's a 5th level spell raised dead. I will check that, but until our party can resurrect people, my party is essentially under permadeath rules, which should balance the game out quite nicely, because while I'll have a superpowered party, I've got to concentrate on keeping them alive, and a wizard is an impossible thing to keep alive early game under those conditions. So, other thing I'm going to partially announce now, when Terror from the Deep eventually cycles out, I'll probably be replacing that with Unepic, so that will switch over to a more weekly project. Main reason for that is it's slow going and I've still got quite a long way to go in it, and really a weekend video should probably be something that's either casual or quick or something that I don't have to invest in week on week, if that makes sense. So it makes more sense to have that as a main Let's Play project rather than just what I've got with it now. So, there'll be a new weekend thing, but I will think on that and announce it probably later. I mean, I was considering, based on a project Bertrador did recently, doing a blind play of the Mega Man games, or at least Mega Man 1, and seeing how well that goes. And yeah, it will be blind. I've never played any Mega Man games. I've watched quite a few Let's Plays of some of the later ones, the Mega Man X games, but I've never actually played any of them, so I might have a go at that. The other thing is my project for Video 2000, which I've got to consider now because I'm up to about 1940, I think, at the moment. I've got uploaded. Whether it's counting the ones that aren't active yet, I don't know. But what I wanted to do for that project was and people going up, which is awesome. Money going up, which is even more awesome. We're actually making quite a decent amount of profit this month. Hooray! Profit! It's all good. Yeah, distracted. Oh, free entry to the park campaign finished. That might be why. Whoops. Should have had that at half, shouldn't I? Ah, well. So, my 2000 video project. What I've decided I'm going to do is... well, there's a few things I've decided with it. But it's going to be a 2-hour long video to start with. Secondly, it's going to feature a variety of games. Sort of. The way I want to do it, really, is to have sort of permadeath rules going on. So, for example, I start one game. As soon as I lose a life in that game, I move on to the next game, and so on and so forth, with possible additional rules depending on the type of game in order to cause pain and horribleness. So, for example, I'm thinking any game which sort of has this rolling permadeath feature, so some roguelikes, Spelunky, maybe a few others, maybe actually including some of the Mega Man games in that. But any suggestions from you on games I can actually do in that, and any rules you want to apply on me, I will do. We'll just play that through 2 hours, go through as many games as hopefully not as many games as I can, getting as far as I can on one life in all of those games in order. So let me know what you think about that, and really I should now start building something, shouldn't I? I want to build a massive roller coaster at the back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wooden one. Oh, we have so many options here, but we're going to build our own one, possibly. Possibly it might even be good. So part of the problem I've got here is that I've got a very thin sort of area to fit this in. So what I'm going to do is probably have... what I wanted to do is sort of have an outer ring, which goes up quite high, then drops down, and then a lower inner ring, which leads eventually back to the start. So building this sort of in reverse order, and it's got to go out to there actually from this. So that's as long as I can make the station. So let's continue back from there. So what I really want to do is sort of have this end bit sort of through there. So what I want to do then is have an outer ring above that, maybe. Or do I want that? Yeah, the inner bit's got to be the end, so it'll end there. The other thing about these is they get massively expensive, these, if you build them at any kind of height. I'll need to do it at a sort of height, so we'll go up to 70 feet for now. It's probably going to be fine. Actually, if I go and have that, I've got to have it. Chain would be useful here. Yes, it's not going to do that. Right, 80 feet. So if we have it sort of going out here a little and down. So we want to drop. We want to drop before we do anything here. Into that curve, down to there, and leveled off into a little up bit, which is going to clash, isn't it? I knew it would. I don't want us to really dwarf this ride too much, but so massive banking acceleration into a. Darn it, the ride itself is in the way, isn't it? So I can't really do that. Level off and up. Now, maybe I haven't done this entirely as I planned, because I wanted to have an outer ring, inner ring, and I've already kind of messed up that planning here. Still, what I can do... Will that actually make that? I think that will probably just about make that. So now up to 45 feet. This is where I kind of wish we had the Fiend second game, so I can sort of test right up to this point and make sure I'm not getting ridiculous. So we've lost a lot of speed there, but we'll get some more here. Into a tight turn, into a straight. And up for 30 feet. Then. So I still want to take it round here if I can. And we'll struggle from there, I think, but... So it will get 40 feet, I'm sure of it. Can't helix down at that stage, which is okay. Oops. Stop that. Thank you. Yeah, it's not going to climb to the same height. That's not going to work. But if I start it from here... It's got a chance of climbing up to back to 45 again. Alright. And a twist. So that level's a 40. He's got a chance of making that, actually. Right. Around there we go. And I need to turn around here because I'm now going through my own ride. I'm going through multiple rides here. This is now threading needles, which is always an achievement in these sorts of things. Right, actually no, if we can have it going down a bit. Nope, can't do that. It's got no acceleration up to that point, which is a problem. But I can't then go into there. Alright, tight turn. Where the hell am I building this thing at this stage? I don't know anymore. Alright, so that will take it down to flat level. Oh, could I actually helix it back up? I could do. Be a bit mad, I think, but certainly could do. What do we got here then? We can go balance that straight on. Avoid the path there and there. And then have it climbing back up. So that's back up to nearly its full height again. Oh, I'm going to have to really be careful of some of the acceleration we got going on here. Hopefully I've killed a lot of it with a raising as well, but I don't know. 80 feet is the highest we're going to take this ride. I'm certain of that, at least. Alright, so that then drops down, builds up quite a lot of speed. Up a bit, and a large turn. Let's go right around the outside of that. Awesome. Can then put in... I do want a water splash moment, actually, so if we have this go up again, we've got a bit of acceleration on it, so it should hit 50 feet here. Into a secondary drop. Into photo section splash. We should be doing a fair amount of speed by the time we get here. Now the question is, can I actually get that now neatly wrapped back in? Might be able to. So long upward helix. No, it'll have to be a downward helix, I think. Or we have to take it up higher, but it's not going to manage that, is it? Downward helix section. Down to ground level. Okay. So what I now need to do is get it alongside that line, if possible. So, we S-bend to the left. That then takes us to there. Up and chain again, just to be on the safe side here. 40 feet is as far as I need to take that, I think. And then going to go straight down for the final drop. S-bend to the right, so that levels it off. Don't need 5 feet for that. Okay, that's fine. So 5 feet. S-bend to the right. Another water splash. Down we go, and we have a possible ride. It's certainly a possible one. Right, entrance then goes to the end there. Exit goes to the end to there. Let's test this thing. And let's also make the supports invisible so I can actually see what's going on here. I think I need to increase the chain speed to 7 miles an hour. Right. So the critical point here is, where is the ride probably going to kill people? Here it's probably going to kill somebody. This long sneaking section, but we'll see. It's a long acceleration point, 50 upwards. Oh, it's a fast thing. It's hit 50 at a couple of points here. This is probably... I don't know, this back bit doesn't seem too bad. Did a nice sort of controlled glide along. Around the tight corner, up the hill. Just about needs the chain there. Water for braking and into the station. So it seemed quick. I think the section at the start is probably going to need something. But other than that, that didn't seem all that terrible. Well, terrifying anyway. I'm wondering how much of this I can probably kill with... Come on. Give me some test results. I need the test results. Ooh, no, that's yeah, that's killed it. Wherever we hit 3.6 G, we killed it. Alright, where's the lateral G going to hit nearly 4? Because that's not on. So which train am I actually on at this stage? I think I'm on this one. For data logging. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so just a slow gradual down. And some ups. 2's not bad. We're hitting negative 2.5 there. Oh, that's it. Where was that? That was around this section. Okay. So, alright. This is fine for the moment. Some minor editing required. So, the minor edits comes really from this stage. From this stage. So, continuing on then. I kind of wish the things had come back. Where are they no longer... High marks, thank you. Right, so we're at 40 there. So we have a fair amount of speed here, so I don't mind actually putting up some brakes, restricting that to 31. Because where do I have to go with this? Down there. See, that's a 5-foot thing there. See, that might be a much... It's not as ridiculous as the last one, and if I can change these to sort of banking curves... Oh, I don't know. Will I be able to do that? Now, they've got to be helixing that way. But then the other ride's in the way, so that's not going to work that way. Okay. Actually, if we control this a little more. Bring that down again. I can then go... Roll that in, down to 10. Level that off. It's a tight turn though, is the only problem with it. And that actually works, rather surprisingly. Alright, I'm not sure whether this is going to be a complete... Oh, well then. No, I haven't quite sorted that out. I thought I had. Right, so to start with, that's at 10 feet. So, that's level from there, without the chain necessarily. Into a tight turn there. Brakes set to 36. I don't know how fast this is going to go here, but 36 is probably a safe guesstimation here. Right, let's see how silly we've made this now. In theory we should have balanced it somewhere, but it's the lateral G count I'm actually more interested in. No, we're not getting to 20 lateral Gs. We still nearly hit 3 there, but under 3 is probably okay. You know what, I think this is actually probably fine now. Because the only extreme bit really is there. Which I think I'm slowing it down by a bit, but not by enough to really make much difference. There's a bit of a problem there, potentially. And we are done. 3 cars of 6. I'll probably see whether I can go down to 4 or 5, because that would give me more, but... So that's done. Still 2.8, but that's under 3. I can probably live with that. It depends. What's the... it still says... Alright, where are we hitting 2 point... Alright, so it's around the 35-second mark, which is... around the block brakes. It's always a problem when you put those in. Can I get that banked? Do that, then... Right, then... delete. And up into the connecting chain. Okay. So that should now be slightly easier on it. The only thing I will do is I will actually remove that brake entirely. So I don't think it's going to hit... I don't think the speed's actually too much of an issue from there. I could be wrong. I most definitely am wrong. But I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue from there. Actually, we'll close that down one more. So if we go into 5 cars, can we have... No, it's got to go 4x4, which is 16, whereas 3x6 is 18. So that's the most expensive way of doing this. What I will do, though, since we know the ride is a little longer than that, we're going to increase that to 20-second wait time. Right. Test. Meanwhile, I should build some pathing. There we go. And from there, it should be green. Nope, I want to click on the... No, I don't want a pathing. No, come on. Where are you? There we go, 30. It does hit... that one's a bit okay, I think. That's kind of my problem. It hits a lot of speed around there. A lot of speed. But there wasn't the 2 lateral Gs that time. That might be more of an issue. It's the negative Gs as well. We shall see. Come on, be okay. That's all we want here. We want an okay fix. It's still 2.8. Okay. So I have to fix wherever that is now. I'm just going to check where it is on this one. At this point, if I fix this point, I can save this ride. So what are you doing when you get there? You're going up this section. Okay. Wooden roller coasters. They're awesome. But fiddly. So, if we actually just take that down, so it's now a slower section here, level that off, invert that in, and then it's a bit too far that way, so it's going to have to curve. Actually, I could half helix it up. So an upward thing. Well, darn it, we're now running out of cash. I was making profit before we started all this mess, even with my loan. Right. So that would take it to there. At that point, I can then go S-spend left to connect in. Special S-spend left into there. I then wouldn't need the brakes, crucially. So that now is a little more controlled. It's banking into this section, which then... Okay. Let's go with this then, see what happens. So we've still got the very fast start, which is the only possible bit that should still cause problems on this chart. See, that's much more controlled. And we're still heading 2 down there, but that is now much smoother. And in fact, I think that's sped up right up slightly in terms of overall speed, but we'll see. I don't think any of the back half of the ride was ever a problem because we're not at that sort of height. And in fact, the excitement was actually high enough. It was just getting rid of that 10, because if I do that, even if I cut it down to something like an 8, it's going to improve massively the excitement value of the ride. I think, though, I'm going to have to extend the wait times by 5 seconds, but other than that, that looks okay. So overall ride times 1:34. Everything's in the black. This should be quite good. Once it eventually deigns to tell me things. Come on, tell me. Tell me. I wish to know. Actually, I probably can afford to just leave that at 20 seconds. It will build up naturally anyway, but... Balloon must die. Oh, no, I said balloon must die. Darn it, game, you're not letting me pop this balloon, and you're not... There we go. And you're not telling me what I wish to know. At least I should be able to make a small amount of profit out of this one. And I'm going to start repaying back some of the loan. Yeah, I think I'm resigned to the fact that I'm going to have to start dipping into my $500,000 loan to continue building some of this park. So I should check the thought processes while I'm here. I need to go to the bathroom, I need to build more of those. There we go. It's still very high intensity, but it's got a medium nausea rating, good excitement. That should do. It's too crowded here. Vandal is... Oh, God. I need to buy some more. Oh, darn you people. I put these benches out for you, and what do? You trash them. That's a little annoying. Means we have to buy another guard. 6 for the entire part, though, is quite low, I will concede, but that's more expense we can't afford. Anyway, this is Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, and it is video for the now. Open you up and let's get riding. I should put some bathrooms at the end of this, though. There's actually conveniently already seating and things. So let's have a restroom. That will go there. We will then have a sunglasses hut, which will go there. And open. And final little thing I'm going to do before I do this, let's check the profit of... Yeah, those are all... We know that. So, Hot Chocolate Stall 1 is still our biggest and best of the profiteering rides. Apple Candy Stall 2. You are failing horribly wherever you are. Why are you failing horribly? Well, be that as may, you are now eliminated. You are not needed. Hat stall 1 is apparently not... That's not positioned correctly at all, is it? Alright, fine. We're going to demolish that. We can't afford to be having things that aren't going to produce money, and unfortunately this is giving us a large number of things, isn't it? I think this one, though, can really just be moved. So if I actually move that to here, for example, it's going to do a lot better business. I'm going to have to go through a lot of these and sort these out, but we'll see. For the moment, there's a lot of things that aren't making a lot of money, but there are quite a few things that are. Anyway, this is Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. We are continuing on, and we have now finished the Woodlands Park, other than decorating, which I should probably do. I think now we're going to build our 1920s park here, which is all of the Mafia-style rides, all of the prison theming, all of the... Well, I probably could put the Ghost Train in as well, actually. Just to see here. We're going to go for our 1920 style ride, I think. So, next time, we do that. Until then.